In February, a team of 7 paper airplane experts from China absolutely demolished the world record for paper airplane airtime, which had stood for over 15 years. And it gets crazier than that because 4 of the members of this team breaking the airtime world record were on the team that broke the distance world record just a few months ago, making this arguably the greatest accomplishment in the world of paper airplanes ever. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to fold their plane. But first, let me tell you about our massive update to foldableflight.com, which is now the largest paper airplane database in the world with over 100 planes. And today I just released the first plane exclusively available on foldableflight.com. It's called Corsair, and it's an amazing glider with really aggressive fins. Not only does it look cool, but it flies well too. Now, I will not be posting that design on YouTube, so once this video is over, be sure to head over to foldableflight.com to check it out. Now, in this video, I do want to emphasize I'm teaching you how to fold a prototype for the world record paper airplane. This is not quite the design they used, but the actual design is a secret known only by the team. And I've been told this is so similar to the world record plane that in fact it shares a name with it, Unite. Now, if you support me on patreon.com/foldableflight, you can download and print off a template to make it look like this, which I do think takes that appearance to another level. And with all of that said, let's see the record-breaking throw.
主教练，哎，也有啊，有啊，有啊，绝对有哎，这个绝对绝逼赚回来，我操，绝对有啊，这个，我操，我得站起来这个，我操，20了，有啊，有啊。 提前庆祝啊！我操，这绝对有啊！
The world record paper airplane was originally designed from A5 paper, but you could fold it from A4 paper as well. However, if you have A4, I'd recommend that you just fold that A4 in half and cut on that line, and you'll have A5 paper. Now, whether you have A4 or A5 paper on hand, you could also just download and print off the template in the description. It's free. It gives you these nice references, and you can see all the measurements are already made because you're going to need a ruler and a pen if you do not use the provided template. If you live in America and have US letter paper, this is definitely my recommendation for you. Also, you're going to need a pair of scissors, and tape is optional for this design. And with all of that, let's begin by folding this right edge here to the left edge. And we can open it up. And now if you're not using the provided template, you're going to need to measure 1 centimeter from the top, that's the red line here, and 12.2 centimeters from the bottom, that's this line here, and you'll just make marks at each of those points on the page. And then we'll flip it over, and we're folding that top centimeter down, just making a band straight across like this. There you go. And now with the paper in this position, you'll measure 0.5 centimeters away from the center crease in either direction. Those are those 2 black lines there. And once you've marked that, you start your crease there, and then we're going to land the point on the center crease. So it'll look like this. My crease starts at the top edge, 0.5 centimeter away from the center crease, and I land this corner on the center. And it should look like that. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and once your paper looks like this, we're now going to fold this whole top section down, looking for that 12.2 centimeter mark we made. That's the red one here, and I'm just finding that mark, tacking it down, lining up my center crease on the top layer with the layer behind it, and creasing straight across. Okay, so it'll look like that. Now, if you do not have the template, again, we'll flip it over here and I'll show you 2 marks. You're going to need to make a mark 0.6 centimeters from the top edge here. That's this black one here. And this mark out here is 6.5 centimeters from the bottom edge. So you'll want to make a mark there and a mark there. and I'll flip it back over, we're folding between those two marks. So when I start folding, I'm looking for that one that's close to the top, and I just kind of tack it down right where that crease intersects the center crease. And then I line up, and I want to crease to there, so I'm swinging out a bit, just like that. And then I'll apply my crease, and I only need to crease until I hit the center crease there. Just like that. And now I can pick it up, fold away from myself, holding all these layers together, folding it in half, and you can see it doesn't quite lie flat. Now, when we move to lie it flat, we want to land this edge right on that edge there, and we'll make a crease landing right on the edge of the wing behind it. So basically, we just want this side to be symmetrical to the other side. And it'll look like that. Okay, so now we can open it up to this position here. And again, if you're not using the template, you'll need to measure, this time 3.3 centimeters in from this corner to right there you would make your mark. Same thing on this side, but you can see we've got these creases as guidelines here. And then we're going to crease from that mark we make to where this diagonal crease hits that outer edge. So it'll look just like that, and you'll notice that actually crosses over that diagonal crease. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Okay, so it'll look like that. And now we'll actually go ahead and open that up, open the paper into this position here. And now is when you need your scissors or your X-Acto blade, whatever you're going to use. You're going to cut right along this line here on both layers that are there. Just right like that until you hit that horizontal line. Do the same thing on this side. If you're really serious about this, I'd recommend using an X-Acto blade instead of scissors. But okay, put it down in this position. You can unfold either of those sides there, and you fold down the central section. And now we lie this flat, just like this. Lie it flat. And well, here, let's leave the left side open, because what I want to do is fold. I'm holding these layers tightly together and folding on that crease I already have. And that applies that crease to this layer I have on top. And then I'll open that up and do the same thing on this side. Okay, and now I'm going to fold this really short edge there to that crease. So let me go ahead and do it, and then I'll bring it closer to the camera. So it'll look right like that. And I'll do the same thing on this side. This really short edge lands on your diagonal crease. And you end up with these two little triangles just like this. And you're actually going to cut those off. So get rid of that, or open that up, and now I'm just using my scissors, cutting right along those fold lines, just like that. Cut a little more. Okay, and so now we can bring those back to the middle. I'm going to close up now just the right side, and this time, whether you're using the template or not, you do need your pen. And I'm marking right from this corner straight to the center crease. That provides the reference here. And then I'm going to open these layers up and fold this towards the front of the plane right on that crease. Okay, and we can get these layers out of the way again. And now I'm going to flip it into this orientation and fold it in half, just like that. Set it down, and you can see if I start folding on this crease here, that pocket does not lie flat, and that's exactly what we want. We're going to make a nose lock So I land my center crease here right between the two wings and start folding this side behind as well. And then once I've got that center crease there between the two wings, I can just kind of pinch, and that creates the nose lock for the plane. Okay, so now we've got a little bit of a tricky step. So first, I guess, fold on these diagonal lines you have there. And you're going to need to hold these layers together. And you can see basically if I fold on this crease I have here, this is a mirror image of the front section we have there. And we want to tuck this in behind that pocket there, so this goes all the way to the front of the plane. But doing that's a little bit tricky. So you really need to hold these layers together and start curling this in behind and get this point headed towards the nose of the plane in behind that pocket. So it'll look like that. And use this finger in and curl around it and gradually change the angle of that curl. And just tuck it in a little farther and a little farther and curl it gently, and you can just tuck it in a little bit and a little bit more. And doing that slowly and gradually changing the angle you're curling it at allows you to do it without really kinking the layers inside the pocket, which is what you're trying to avoid. So again, let's look at it on this side. I'm aiming this towards the nose. I definitely want this first portion to go towards the nose. And then I gradually change the angle I'm curling the layers at as I stuff a little bit more in and a little bit more into the pocket. Just like that. And just keep rolling it. And you shouldn't have to make any new creases. You just roll it in and then flatten it again right on that existing crease you have. Okay, and now finally, we're about to fold our wings and winglets. If you're not using this template, you need to measure 1 centimeter up from this corner here, up this side. But if you are using the template, you start your crease right here at the nose lock. And you actually have a wing crease that you can look at on this side, and that 1 centimeter measurement's printed on the other side there. So you just fold it and land that right on that black line there, just like that. And once you do one side, you just fold your other side to match. I'll actually open that up and fold, get it really close, and then I'll book match. Okay, and now we just need to fold winglets, and the way you would do this without the template is 0.4 centimeters in from the corner and parallel to the wing crease. But here, I just have that marked out. So it looks like that. And you could book match, or again, just use the reference on the other side. And there you go. You have a finished Unite. Well done getting to this point. If you want this to fly like the Champion plane, you'll want to tape here, and also here, and right on that bridge. It's also optional to tape even right on the front, wrapping it around either side, and around this back portion of the keel. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and good luck flying your plane. Thank you so much to all of our patrons for supporting this channel and making videos like this one possible. If you join the Foldable Fleet, you'll get to watch each of our monthly live streams, and you can become the pilot of your favorite paper airplane. Your name will appear beside it when I thank each of our patrons like this at the end of each of our videos. So head over to patreon.com/foldableflight and join the Foldable Fleet today.